Hello and welcome back to Aussie Frugal Family. My name is Rachel, and on this channel we chat about the cost of living, how expensive groceries are, and how our family of four are making ends meet. And today I am doing a family meal Friday, and this is when I go through the dinners that we have made for our family meals at the end of each day for the last week. So if you don't know, our grocery budget is between $150 to $200 a week, and that includes food for me, my husband, my toddler, and the baby. It also includes things like nappies, pet food for a dog and a cat, toilet paper, all those sorts of things. So this also includes a farmer's pick box. We get most of our meat and then almost all of our fruit and veggies delivered once a fortnight through Farmer's Pick, and the rest I just do a little top-up shop. So that Farmer's Pick box is included in our $200 max budget. So anyway, let's get on to the meals. And the first night I made this peri-peri chicken rice bowl. So you have already seen me chuck the peri-peri seasoning onto the chicken, and that's just the Mingle peri-peri seasoning. And then I am just whacking some veggies into the cast iron pan and giving them a little toss around. I actually ended up putting a peri-peri seasoning in with those as well. I was going to do the barbecue seasoning, but I thought I'd better just stick with the same flavour. And the veggies that I ended up putting in there were just veggies that I had chopped up because I wanted to use my new food processor. So I think there was some eggplant, some zucchini, and I added some onion as well. So yeah, tossed the Mingle seasoning in there as well, gave it a bit of a spray with some oil, and just cooked those up in the cast iron pan. While I added the Mingle seasoning, I also added in some tomato paste, and I also added in some bone broth. I wasn't really following the recipe on the back of the pack, I was just doing my own thing, but bone broth makes everything better. So this is what my veggies looked like when they were cooked up, and I decided to I had some leftover rice, and I decided to add that in with the veggies just to give it a bit of flavour as well. I could have just heated up and put it on the side, but I thought this would be a good idea. I also added just a touch more bone broth as well, just to sort of moisten up the rice because it had been sitting in the fridge for a few days, so it was a bit dry. I had some Greek yogurt on top. Oh, I forgot to say I cooked the chicken in the air fryer. And this is what it looked like. It was really good. Probably one of the best meals we had this week. The next meal that we had was a slow cooker beef stroganoff. I've been loving the slow cooker lately because the baby has been having naps at a very inconvenient time, sort of just before my husband gets home from work, and I like to have dinner ready when the husband gets home because sometimes he has the toddler as well if he's had to pick her up from kindy, and everything just runs a bit smoother if dinner is made before both of them are home. So yeah, I've been loving chucking the slow cooker on in the morning and just knowing that we have a yummy dinner to come home to. I feel like this really prevents us getting like takeout and stuff as well. So yeah, this is just me preparing all the things for the slow cooker. I just chucked in whatever I had. Beef, tomatoes, there's some sweet potato in there. Turns out sweet potato is good with stroganoff seasoning. I didn't have sour cream or anything like that, but I did add in some Greek yogurt at the end. It's also missing mushrooms, but whatever, it's fine. I actually forgot to take a video of this dinner, but we had it with rice, and you can just trust me that it was good. The next meal I'm showing is steak. So we have steak once a week. It comes to us delivered from our farmer's pick box. And yeah, this is just how I cook the steak. I like it sort of rare, medium rare, so does my husband. But obviously with the baby, I have to do his well done. The toddler also likes hers a little bit more than rare as well. So I just cut off a few strips of one of the steaks. I'm not cooking my husband's in this video because he was running late. But yeah, so I cut off some strips. I will leave one of these strips for the baby and the rest of these little strips I will cut up for the toddler. She likes them cut quite small just so they're easy for her to manage. So while I'm cutting that up, I just leave the baby's little piece in the frying pan to make sure it's nice and well done. And I just served this with some cabbage with a bit of Kewpie, so it's like a coleslaw type thing, and then a dinner bread roll with some butter and the mingle garlic and herb seasoning. That's the babies, that's the toddlers. They had some cucumber because I knew they wouldn't eat the cabbage. And this was mine. The next dinner I'm going to show you is a super easy one that I have been making, and that is just some butter chicken. I have a freezer full of butter chicken sauce at the moment, which has made dinner very, very easy for me. We've been having this butter chicken pretty much once a week, and all I have to do is cook up some extra chicken. Here I'm chopping up some pak choy as well, just to, I don't know, add a few extra veggies in there. And then I just whack the butter chicken sauce in and heat it up on the cast iron pan, and that's it. I will often cook some rice as well to have with the butter chicken. This day I didn't because the rice cooker was dirty and I couldn't be bothered to wash it. So instead of cooking rice, I ended up cooking just more dinner bread rolls. They're just so easy, and we have so many of them still from Lighthouse Care. So I just did the same thing, just the garlic and herb seasoning with some butter. And yeah, it's a great little meal. The toddler enjoys it. The baby even had some butter chicken. So yeah, good meal. I won't get sick of this. It's also full of veggies because I blend them all up together in the sauce. So it's a really good way to get veggies into a toddler. Okay, the last video I'm going to show you today was actually from this morning. My baby has been sick. I think he has hand, foot and mouth. I don't know. But I was awake all night, so I was up at 2 a.m. roasting a chicken. This chicken had been sitting in the fridge for a few days. It was ready to be used, but I just don't have time to whack it in the afternoon. So I decided I would just do it in the morning, get it all prepared. So I'm putting some pumpkin and some parsnips on the bottom of my cast iron pot, and then I'm just whacking the whole chicken on top. I would love to tell you that this meal will last us a few meals, but honestly we love roast chicken so much that we will just devour it. I'm shocked that any lasted until dinner. I'm covering it with some olive oil, and then I'm going to put on some Tuscan seasoning as well, just from Mingle. I mean, you don't need to do this, honestly. A roast chicken probably doesn't really need any seasoning, maybe a bit of garlic, but well, chicken's just good on its own. But yes, so this is good. I chuck it in the oven at, I actually can't remember, like 200 degrees maybe, for an hour and 15 minutes, and then I uncover it for another 30. It might be 220 degrees, I don't know. Yes, as you can see today I burnt it, but this is only because I fell asleep on the couch with the baby. So it sat in the oven for a little bit too long. Nobody cared about the burnt chicken though. It still tasted good. The breast was a little bit tough, but it was fine, and the rest of it was good. So yes, those were some of the meals that we made this week. It's been a bit of a chaotic week. Don't know if you can tell by the meals, but yeah. So hopefully I will have some more to show you next week. I'm sure I will, because we have to eat food, obviously. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.